reviewing the 32 items I picked up during the Sephora sale. It's been over a month since the Sephora sale, so I am finally back to give you an update on all of the products that I picked up during the sale 1 month later after testing them, using them in multiple ways with multiple products and multiple wear tests. I mean, okay, if you want to get specific, like some items I didn't pick up from Sephora, like when the Natasha Denona highlight came out, I ordered it from the Natasha website, but like this all was purchased around the time of the Sephora sale and can be picked up during Sephora. So I've been working on this. I've been telling you it was coming, so let's get into it. Starting off with the foundation portion, I have 4 new foundations. Reviews for only 2, but we'll talk about it. So the first thing I have is the ABH Beauty Balm. If you've been watching my videos, I've updated since I purchased this. I'm personally not a fan of this product. I find that it pills up very easily with any skincare, any SPF. For the most part, it's extremely picky. Like the only way I can get this to not pill up is when I don't put anything on my face. So I didn't put anything on my face today. We had no pilling, but I do find it sits a little heavy, looks a little dry on my skin. It has a really lovely smooth blend, but overall this product is way too finicky. Like on the days where I literally don't have any product on, which is almost never, and I wear it, it's a fine product. I wouldn't say it's my go-to foundation by any means. It does sit a little on top of the skin, but nothing offensive. Just as somebody who looks at her makeup every single day in front of studio lights, it's not the most flattering foundation, but it is way too finicky. I haven't enjoyed this product. The next one that I have, which I'm really happy about, is this Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation. Now, it's a little heavy duty in that one thing that they used to advertise it for marketing was they were like, it's self-setting, and that I do agree with. Especially as somebody who has dry skin, I don't recommend this product be paired with powder. You also need to work on one area of the face at a time because it does dry down pretty quickly, but not in a difficult way. It's just the best way to apply it. The world's not going to end if you put it all over the face and blend it out, but for ease of use, it's best to work in areas. But anyways, medium coverage, self-setting. Now, something like this for dry skin can be a little bit scary. Like today, I didn't prep my skin because I knew I was going in with the ABH Beauty Balm, so my skin was a little bit dry and it looks a little bit dry. But all it takes is a moisturizer, nothing crazy, but I do need to prep my skin with some hydration before this because it can be drying on my skin. But a good moisturizer and I'm good to go. Just be mindful of the other products that you pair with it because, like I said, powder on top of this is going to be a bit much on dry skin, but I think it looks beautiful. I think it wears beautiful without having set it. It has a nice, smooth, medium coverage. I love this foundation. I think it's great for longer wear. I think it's going to be nice for summer if you're going to be a little bit on the sweaty side. So even as somebody with dry skin, I have been loving this foundation. I think it's awesome. I picked up 2 other foundations. One is a repurchase. I just wanted a new shade of the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I've accepted that I'm just not as tan as I used to be. I need to just start buying lighter colors. So I picked up the shade L4 Duval. This is a beautiful foundation, really smooth, really good coverage. I have it in a shade that's way too dark for me, so it's so good. I needed to have it in the right shade so that I can enjoy it again because the other shade I have, like, I was really tan when I bought her. So it makes me look like an Oompa Loompa. So I'm excited for the new shade. And then the last product, embarrassingly enough, I need to exchange it for a new shade. I just haven't gotten around to going to Sephora to exchange it. So I can't tell you much about the Ilia Skin Rewind Complexion Stick. The outlining in Sephora. In what world did I think this shade was going to work for me? So yeah, I need to exchange this for a lighter shade. So I unfortunately don't have an update on this for you guys, but I did want to let you know. That's why. I picked up a new concealer from Say. This is the Slip Tint Concealer. It's a really thin concealer. It blends out very nice. I don't think it has the best wear. It's not my favorite concealer. I think it is a huge step up from Say's first concealer, but I do find that it very easily travels into extremely fine lines because it's just so thin and watery. It kind of runs. It's not the worst concealer I've used. If I set it properly, we can make her work, but it's just not a concealer that I've been impressed with. It's just kind of been there for me to test, but I've never been jumping for joy when I have to use it to test it out. So this is like a middle of the road concealer for me. I don't love it, but I don't really like it. I don't hate it either. Like, I'm indifferent about it. I guess, you know what I would say? I really don't like it. Not good on like expressive under eyes. I have a couple setting powders. So the first one is from Pat McGrath. This is one of my all-time favorite pressed powders. It's the Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. But what made me purchase it is they launched a new shade, Baby Pink. The thing with this shade though is I don't notice a difference between this and the translucent. The pink really doesn't come through on my skin tone. So the color itself, the reason I purchased it, a little underwhelming, but also it's still the great Pat McGrath Under Eye Blurring Powder, which is one of my all-time favorite lightweight under eye powders. It blurs, and not many good pressed powders do what this does under the eyes. So the formulation, incredible as per usual, but the new shade, not very pink. And then we also have the Hourglass Airbrushed pressed powders. Not super impressed with these. I think they're fine. They're better for like setting the face, but on the under eyes, I don't love these. I do think they look a little dry on the skin. I think it would look better on oily skin, but then again, I don't think I've seen a single comment, and I have a lot of viewers, and well, that sounded. I have a lot of viewers who are Hourglass fans, and nobody has said that they love this powder. Everybody's underwhelmed by it, especially for the price point. So you know what, like how I'm using it right now, gets the job done, adds a little bit of color, sets the makeup down. It's okay over the face. Under the eyes, I really don't like this product. I wouldn't recommend using it that way. Looks a little drying on my skin. Just not impressed with this overall. It doesn't really do much besides set the makeup. It doesn't do my complexion really much favors. So I'm about that. I'd say it's definitely overpriced. And I've tested a lot of Sephora makeup recently, and if you're wondering, like for example, I've been always talking about the two new powders are the Hourglass and the Laura Mercier. This is all just makeup that I purchased with my own money. I have a lot of other stuff to update you guys on from Sephora, but this is like out of my pocket, you know? All those Sephora sale pickups. Okay, we are into blush, which if you've been watching me, I have been buying a lot of blush, like more beyond this video. Check out yesterday's video. But here are some new blush formulas that I've been working with. I picked up 2 of the LYS cream blush sticks. Bubbly is more pink. Focused is like this cinnamon pink. I have it on this cheek right here. Very, very pigmented. So if you're on the lighter side, just use a light hand. Don't use a dense brush. But also, if you have a deeper complexion, you'll love these. They have enough pigment to show up on your complexion. Really creamy. Just like the bronzers, if that was your jam, I think you'd like the blush form. It's still like a little wet for me. I don't love the packaging still. I'm always like, it's messy. I don't know, nobody else complains about this, but like I get the product all over the cap, all over this. It's messy. But other than that, the formula is so beautiful. Just if you have a lighter complexion, these are quite pigmented. I do like a softer cream blush since I am on the lighter side. So when I first put this on, boy oh boy, was in shock because this is like a soft pink is how they describe bubbly online. Nothing was soft about it on my complexion. So after you know that, you'll be good. But yep, I like these. They're nice. And you know my obsession lately with the Forever Glow Maximizers. This is technically a liquid highlight, but I love these as blush the most. I think the finish of it is so beautiful and glowy all over the cheek. So I picked up Peachy. I need Dior to launch more blush style shades of these because Rosy, stunning. Peachy, I could use a little bit more punch from. It's more subdued and natural. It's actually quite gorgeous, but I like a nice punch to the face. Not literally, but a nice bunch of color to the face. This one is very natural, my skin tone. If you're more on the fair side, this is a beautiful blush. Medium skin tone, that's when this is going to start working as a liquid highlight. But I love this so much. I don't love this shade as much as I love Rosy for a blush, but Peachy is still gorgeous, but it's definitely more on the natural side. I picked up a Givenchy Prism blush. It's a loose blush in number 5 because I did have this blush in another shade, but it was a bit light. I just didn't like the shade that I picked, but I've always heard how beautiful this blush is. So this shade, she has that punch that I'm talking about. Really beautiful, easy to apply. Loose blushes though, I just want them pressed. You know, I'm making sure that the speckles are all even on my brush, making sure it gets in on the brush. It's a little bit more effort than I want to pay for, but it is beautiful, like in the way that it has that blurring look on the cheek. The really smooth finish kind of does it itself. It's a gorgeous product. I'm happy I have a second shade, but I probably won't purchase a third shade just because the loose blush element in general is like meh to me. I think this is probably the last Laura Mercier blush I'm going to pick up. I'm going to have to go and do inventory and see if I'm missing any colors, but every Sephora sale I pick up a Laura Mercier blush, and the last blush I picked up was peach. And I think I have it all. And you guys know how I feel about this formula. I think it's a great, reliable formula on the market. It will never steer you wrong. And their colors are so flattering on the skin. So I like peach too. I also picked up one of the reformulated NARS blushes. So the shade I went with was Deep Throat. I love what they've done here. I can't tell you what's different between the first formula and the new one. I don't think I had one of the old formulations. I have in the past years ago, but that's a long time ago. But it's kind of like the Laura Mercier in that it's a good, reliable formula. The shades that the line has is beautiful. I'm very, very happy with this blush. So much so that actually yesterday I hauled another blush because I really enjoyed the formula. It's not too pigmented. It looks really soft on the cheek. Everything I like about the Laura Mercier, I feel like I'm liking about the NARS. So maybe the NARS will be the new Laura Mercier for me. But the shade Deep Throat in particular is such a versatile shade. It's a little peachy. It's a little pinky. It kind of goes with whatever look you are doing. So if you're looking for a good versatile blush, Deep Throat, NARS. Why are you gonna embarrass me like this though? Maybe those shouldn't be my new blushes that I purchase every Sephora sale because the names, they're embarrassing. Okay, and then I have one highlight that I picked up. This one I picked up from ND, but they have it. Do they have it at Sephora? They may not. Why do I not know this? Because I thought it was coming to Sephora, and then it didn't. But is it here? I think this is the one that ended up just going to Ulta. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I was right. My bad. This didn't end up coming to Sephora. It went to Ulta. But we're still going to talk about it because I need to review it anyways. So the Natasha Denona Hygiene Skincare Infused Glow Beautifier. What a weird little product. Overall though, I am not a fan. I think it looks a little chunky and glittery on my cheek. I've tried it all which ways. I look like the Tin Man when I mix it with the beautifier serum and put it all over the face underneath. It's not cute. And then when I use it on top, it just doesn't look smooth like a lot of other highlighters out on the market. Like a lot of other highlighters that are cheaper, they look better than this. So, you know, it's one of those products where I take a step back, right? And this does look really beautiful, but up close, it's not worth it. I only have one eye product, which is insane. But I have the Lancome Lace Stylo Waterproof Eyeliner. I've been going on and on and on and on about how these are my favorite pencil eyeliners. So I picked up the shade Chocolate during the sale. Just a good basic brown color. This will not budge. It's pretty easy to apply as well. You do have a sponge if you want to smudge it out. But I love this because if you put it on the tight line, it's not going to bleed down to the waterline. It will also, if you put it in the waterline, it's going to last all day. Budge proof, but not dry to apply, not too draggy to apply. And then I also have it as my upper eyeliner right now. Really easy to apply as well. And again, she don't budge. Great for watery eyes, great for hooded eyes. Favorite pencil liner. So boring, but needed to be said, needed to be done, needed to be bought. During the course of the sale, it wasn't my initial intention, but I did end up picking up all of the Pillow Talk Fair colors and formulations. First being the Pillow Talk Fair lip liner. This isn't my favorite lip liner. I don't find it to be the most flattering on me, but the lip cheat formulation is one of my favorites, and I wanted the whole gang. So this was part of it. But I have to say, it's not the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner I'm going to reach for, because typically I prefer something a little bit darker than my natural lip color. This isn't, it's lighter. But the Pillow Talk Fair Kissing Lipstick, stunning. Everything I wanted the original Pillow Talk to be, just based on the packaging, right? When you look at Pillow Talk marketing, everything's very pink, but then when you put on the Pillow Talk, it's like a little bit more peachy. This one is like what I think the marketing and the packaging represents in Pillow Talk. It's definitely more cool toned if you're more on the fair side, cool toned, and the Pillow Talk original pulls really peachy on you. I think you'll enjoy this, and the kissing formulation is like my all-time favorite lipstick formulation, so I have nothing bad to say about this. I just prefer it with a different lip liner than the Pillow Talk Fair. And then, again, wanted to complete the trifecta, so I got the Lip Collagen Lip Bath. Such a beautiful color. I don't love this formula though, like it's fine, but I'm not moved by it. I just gotta have it to complete the collection, which is not something that I recommend that you do, but as a completionist, I needed it. So not in love with the formula. It's like a fine formula, but the color is gorgeous, I do have to say. And then I also picked, did I buy these? Yes, I did. I picked up, I got them in PR too. That's why I was like, am I lying to you? No, I did buy these. The Pillow Talk Big Lip Plumpgasm lip glosses. So many of you guys are like, this packaging looks so cheap. Like, it does, but like also I really like it. I like it. I'm talking like that. So I picked up both shades, and don't be deterred by the Pillow Talk Fair Medium versus Medium Deep. It can work for any skin tone, just depends what look that you're doing. These are painful. Like, if you do not like the way that a lip plumper feels, these hurt. If it touches your lips, your whole lip is like on fire, minty, but I kind of like it. Kind of like the feeling. It even has gotten to the back of my throat. It's, yeah. You feel it. It's more like a minty feel as opposed to like a fire feel, chilly feel, but there's something in here made to irritate the lips. I like this gloss. The only thing is I think it's a little bit too slippery, so it doesn't have the best longevity, but I enjoy the sensation of it. It's not a sensational lip plumper / lip gloss, but I have been enjoying it, but it does need to be said. It doesn't last long. It has way too much slip, but the way that it feels, I like it, so I've used it a lot. I even put it in this most recent monthly favorites because that's how much I've been using it. I also picked up a new shade of lip liner from Hourglass. This is not a new formula to me. I just took advantage of the discount and wanted a new color. So I went for Uncover 4, which is warmer than I thought it was going to be, but it has a nice level of depth to it. These are a very nice lip liner. They have a good amount of slip. They set down, they last a long time. I still prefer my Pat McGrath and my Charlotte Tilbury, but these are still a good one on the market. I wasn't deterred from purchasing more colors. If that tells you anything, I think they did a good job. The only thing is, just with Hourglass, the packaging, a bit plain. Not that Hourglass does incredible packaging, but it's always like gold and luxurious. This, not very luxurious packaging. And that's an element to luxury makeup that is worth being noted and complained about when it's lacking. And then I also picked up a new lipstick from NARS. I really love this formula. I want to slowly build my collection. I only have one other one, but every time I use this formulation, I'm like, I need more. So this is the Sensual Shine lipsticks, and I got the name Voyeur. I'm laughing because I was talking to my husband about the names of NARS, and I was like, finally, Voyeur, a name that's not embarrassing to say. And then Jose told me what a voyeur was and why they named it this, and that it's not so innocent as I thought. So, they still got me. Anyways, this lipstick though, really pretty. It's just like a sheer buildable peachy lipstick, very neutral, great for a nude lip. I like this one a lot too. So it's a beautiful color, beautiful formulation. The lips. I also picked these up from Ulta. One from Ulta, one from Sephora, but the Maracuja Juicy Lip Vinyls. I bought Shimmering Coconut thinking it was a shimmering formulation. It's not. But I also bought Sheer Iris. These are really nice. They're lip gloss in a stick. I like these. They're hydrating. They're easy to throw on, throw in the bag, pop on. They're a good formula. They've gone viral for a reason. My only thing is I think Tarte needs to like clean up their line because they have so many versions of these. It's very confusing. They launch so many random collections. Some are important and they market it. Some of them are not. Like they need to clean everything up, have one main line, and keep it neat and organized because I'm confused. But I like these. I picked up another color. I've been dying to have a darker color, a more pigmented color, of the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. These are like a winter must-have, a dry lip must-have. They really hydrate and comfort the lips, and so this shade has a little bit more color to it, which brown sugar, that's what it is. Smells beautiful, sits on the lips for a long time, adds a nice shine, and for more than, like, it looks good, but I like this more so for how it makes my lips feel. So, wanted a new color of that. I also picked up another color of the Patrick Ta Plumping Gloss Rich Finish, meaning more pigmented, and Say Less, which is this beautiful light pink shade. I love this formula. I even like the rich kind of pigmentation level that he does, but I will say this shade not the most flattering on the lips. It's kind of chalky looking, and then it kind of sinks into the fine lines of the lips. It's very obvious. So while I love this formula and I raved about this formula, this Say Less shade, it ended up not being as flattering as the others, which you could probably guess by looking at it, but I was hoping something magical would happen with this because I do love this gloss formulation so much, but the color is not flattering, but I still do recommend the actual formula. And then I picked up one of the Huda Beauty Faux Filler Extra Shine Lip Glosses. This is fine. I think I don't know, people were talking about how amazing this is. I thought it was fine. I honestly don't have anything really incredible to say about it. It's a lip gloss. It's not a painful lip filler. It doesn't have the longest longevity. It's a little bit on the slippery side, but I like it. Nothing to write home about, in my opinion. And then I also got a new color, and I'm saying a new color so that you guys know I'm familiar with the formula. I liked it enough to try other colors, of the Dior Addict Lip Glow Oil, which looking back at it, I wish I hadn't purchased this because I just recently purchased 3 new colors of these. But at the time of the sale, I didn't know. I got Berry. It does have a little bit more pigment to it. However, you'd be surprised like with how dark this looks. These Dior lip oils, they do not put enough pigment. But I love these formulas so much. I love the glow, the plump this gives. I know Dior is very, very expensive, so it's definitely a treat to myself, but I love throwing these in my purse. So that's it for like individual cosmetic items. I picked up 4 different sets. So the first one is, well, I have 2 of the Sephora favorites makeup sets. Summer Showstoppers, I did full shorts on this one, and the Clean Me Up kit. Between the 2, I would say the Clean Me Up kit is the best value in terms of like products that I love. The most are in here, and it's a little bit less expensive up front, but you do get a lot in the Sephora favorites Summer Showstopper kits. If you're traveling, I do recommend these because you can take these small bits and pieces for travel. So I always enjoy picking these up, but after using both, the Clean Me Up kit's the better value. I also did pick up this Sephora favorites, but it's like a SPF kit. So it's all skincare. Unfortunately, I can't say much about anything because I discovered the St. Jane Luxury Rituals Pore Smoothing SPF, and I haven't been reaching for anything else. So I found my holy grail SPF, but that leaves all of these guys. But that's the intention, is it not, of these, to try a lot. So I still have to try a lot more of these SPFs, but you guys told me that one of your favorites was in here, and you were right, and it immediately became one of my favorites. But again, that's really good for travel as well, to throw SPFs in different little bags. So I'm really happy with those Sephora favorite sets that came out this spring. I think they're really nice. The other set that I picked up on the last day of the Sephora sale was the Sol de Janeiro Perfume Miss Discovery set. I've recently very much gotten into fragrances, and I wanted to familiarize myself with the other Sol de Janeiro scents. So I picked this up. I did a whole rankings in the shorts that you can check out. But this has been really great for exploring different fragrances, and they're so small you can keep them in your purse. Now, before I even knew of the existence of that set, I did pick up a bigger size of 69 because this is a delightful, delicious vanilla, but it's like a unique vanilla. It's a little bit different. I'm not gonna explain fragrance because I'm not good at it, but it's a different vanilla, and I really like it. And then I also picked up a perfume from Fleur, Mood Ring. This one's really delicious. It has a fruity, like fruit snack element in there, or note. Is that the word? A fruit note? Anyways, so yummy and sweet. If you like fruity scents, this one is definitely worth a sniff. I've been enjoying this one. And then I purchased a YSL Black Opium Red, which I got in PR. My mom took it. She always smelled so amazing that I had to purchase one for myself. And it's a strong cherry note, and I really love it. So I love sweet, fruit, vanilla, gourmand, baked goods, and apparently this cherry, I'm picky about cherries, but there's something about this one that's like a mature cherry, but in still like a yummy sweet way. Because I've tried cherries that are like I would describe as mature cherry that I didn't like. I like this one a lot. So, you know what? People say the Sol de Janeiro doesn't last long. Especially this vanilla, I feel like it does. Those are all of the items that I picked up from the Sephora sale, and after testing them for a month, these are my final thoughts on them. These products are now officially ready to get back in the main population of my collection in my beauty room. I've had a lot of fun having these set out in my makeup drawer to be testing for the last month, but alas, it is time for you guys to find your true home. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Make sure you like this video, comment something, would appreciate it, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.